What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I want to tell you something that I am starting to see in this real estate market, and I think we are at the precipice of a pretty substantial change or correction headed our way before the end of the year. And I know that's kind of a leap to say that, but I want to bring this up and I wanted to actually show you guys what is actually going on in the market right now and several ways that this real estate market can rip you off. So I want to show you how to figure that out and how you don't get ripped off, and then kind of dip into really quickly what I think is going to happen here in the next few months with the real estate market based on what I'm seeing even as of I'm recording this video. So can't even talk today because my brain is just spinning all out of control at this stuff. But before we get started with all that stuff, you guys know what to do. Make sure you find that subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that button, hit the bell for notifications so more of these videos come out to you. But more importantly, make sure that you hit the like button on the way out if you like this video. Hitting that thumb and making it blue helps spread this video and get this channel to grow enough where more information like this gets out to the vast majority of people. I don't want people getting ripped off in this real estate market. I want people to know when there's going to be a correction and when the best time to buy is and when the best time to sell is. And I want you guys to understand that with all the stuff that's out in this channel, when you don't do that, these videos go down and no one sees them. YouTube, that's all YouTube cares about is analytics. They're not going to help. In fact, they'll actually go out of their way to not show videos if they don't think it's popular enough based on whatever's out there. There's plenty of nonsense that we can all rot our brains with. I'm just as guilty as the next person of watching those videos. But when it comes down to making waves and making moves in these markets and being successful and being a successful entrepreneur, it is vastly important that you guys help out. Not just me, but all the people out there putting out content that actually is informational and educational and helping people. So please, please, please understand that. I know I keep harping on that, but I'm seeing a lot with even the gigantic channels with millions and millions of subscribers. Some of these videos will get 700,000 views and like 3,000 likes. That doesn't help the video. It doesn't. As many views as there is, it's still not helping those guys that are putting out lots and lots of information. There's lots of people out there, lots of people smarter than me even, getting information to you guys, and you're watching these videos helping you guys out. So make sure you do your part. It doesn't connect you to me in any way. I don't know who you are when you do it. I don't have any information that's shared with me. It doesn't cost you anything. So just keep all that in mind. I know there's like probably some weird connotation that people aren't doing that, maybe even lately. Anyway, there's my spiel. There's my 2 cents. I went off my soapbox. Let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into how is this real estate market about to rip you off and what's going to happen to the market in general. So all right, so here is one example of a lot that's for sale in an area near me. And I'm looking in this area in particular for some more lots to buy to start building some more spec homes. And spec homes are homes that I would buy a lot on as a builder, and I would design the home, build the home, and sell the home just conventionally like a production builder would, except it wouldn't be the same floor plan 100 or 400 times. It's just one home on a lot in a neighborhood. And to me, it would be a custom home. To you, it would be a custom home, but it's not considered a custom home. It's considered a spec home because it's put out by me as a builder, and I don't have a person to build for in particular where they're telling me and dictating to me what they're building. I'm dictating all the design and how it's going to look, how it's going to turn out, which is the best way for me to do these. I can control costs better. And I can get out the product that I want to build, especially with a lot of the things that I have kind of in my forte and in my list of build items that I want to do. That being said, I wanted you guys to see this because this is really, really, really interesting. Now, obviously, we know the market is just crazy, crazy, crazy hot. Prices are completely out of control. Even the price that it's listed at, a lot of the existing homes, for instance, are even going for 15 to 30% over ask price. And that's kind of what I talk about when I see this big correction coming. That's the correction that I'm actually starting to forecast, is the correction of the over ask bids. They're going to start getting cut in half or go back to original list price or somewhere in that negotiation. Okay. So regardless of that, this lot is a 1 acre lot. It has the ability to be a walkout kind of situation for a basement. So the actual lot itself is on a significant slope where you could build a main level home with a basement, but the basement actually is a walkout, so it's not actually subterranean or underground. Those are very desirable lots. Those are going to push more of a premium because of all the options you can do with the build and because of the view that this one is currently sitting on. However, here's the list price. It's currently active. And again, this is in my current MLS system. This is one of the major ones in my area. All right, days on MLS, 108 days. Okay. Now, lots take longer to sell than existing homes, regardless. But 108 days in this market right now, especially for lots in established neighborhoods, that's pushing a question mark for me, regardless of lot or not. Okay. Current listing contract, May 14th of 2021. Now, the reason I kind of sparked my interest is, like, first of all, at almost $600,000 for a 1 acre lot, that's extremely overpriced. Okay. The justification here for the listing broker is that there are $2 million to $2.5 million homes that have been sold in this neighborhood recently. I know this neighborhood, and I'm going, man, that's really expensive. I don't remember any homes selling for that much money in the last 12 months even in this neighborhood. So I'm going, man, I think I might not have enough information for this neighborhood. I've missed something. This hasn't come across my desk. How is all of a sudden these lots or these homes in this neighborhood selling for $2.5 million at a $600,000 lot? That may make sense for me as a builder to buy if I can sell the home for $2.25 to $2.5 million based on what I know for build costs. However, this also didn't make sense to me because I thought I saw this lot listed before. So you can do this two ways. If you're a realtor like I am, you can get in the MLS. You can actually track history, which is right here. Okay, I can go to history and I can go to the full listing history, even on the dates where they would let it expire for 30 days and then relist it. It comes back up in an MLS as a new listing when you do that. However, when I go into history under the MLS, I can see full list until it changes hands and exchanges owners, till the deed changes hands as a sale in the county records. It's going to have it's going to have the list of days on market, total days on market. And that's what you need to understand when you're looking for homes and lots. What are the total days? Not the days it's showing in the current system, full total days until it actually sold, okay? So I went back through. Well, here's different listing IDs, which means it's been refreshed a couple of times. Check this out. So at 325 is what the previous listing was. New listing, pending, close, 325. 1 day on market. Here's the crazy game. It got flipped from the developer to the custom home builder right here. $325,000. Okay? Sold date, April 20th of this year. So then it got relisted a month later for $598,000. Right there. Now, here's the other fun part about these lots is a lot of times if a builder comes in to buy these, now I'm talking about bigger builders, not me, they're going to build these custom homes, and I put it in quotation marks because they're not truly custom homes. They're going to give you a choice of several floor plans. It's just like a production builder, but it feels like you're getting choices, okay? So this is something you got to keep in mind as a buyer too. But problem number one, the original list and sold price of $325 back in April is a lot closer to what these lots should be going for based on my comparables that I've been pulling up in this neighborhood. $600,000, so a $275,000 price increase in a matter of a month makes no sense to me. But again, I thought I was missing something. What was I missing? Check this out. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the easy way to do this. Let's just say you don't have access to MLS, but you see a listing, okay? This comes across your desk outside of an MLS, or somebody sends it to you. Maybe your realtor sends it to you. Go to Zillow. Pull up the neighborhood. All you got to do is type in the address, okay? And then Zillow will give you all the sold for the most part. Now, it's not 100% accurate. And again, if you're working with a realtor or if you have a realtor that's helping you, partner up with you, whatever it is, confirm these sales, but it's a lot better than it used to be. And again, I'm just doing this as an example of someone, say, that can't have access to the MLS. I go back and I pull Zillow and I look at the sold comps. This is the entire subdivision. And you can see all the ones that are in yellow are the ones that have sold, okay? And you can click on any one of these. These are pull up, and it'll tell you when it's sold. And again, as we talked about in the previous videos and just understanding CMAs in general, make sure you're going 3 months back to start. If you've got to go 6 months back because you don't have 6 or 7 properties to pull from, then you have to go 6 months back. This is in the last year for these, all right? The most expensive one I've seen anywhere in this area, I'm talking about, we're moving neighborhoods now, 1.8, 1.9. I'm nowhere near $2.5 million. Even at 1.9 on a $600,000 lot with the build costs here for me out here, it's almost a push. It really is. It's getting really close because I've got tap fees that are almost out of control in this neighborhood. We're looking at like a $50,000 water tap fee, okay? That's crazy, but that's what it is. So you're going to have infrastructure costs before you get started over 100K. So just go ahead and round that up to 700,000 before you get started. Now you haven't paid an architect or an engineer. The whole gamut hasn't happened yet, and you're already at 700K, okay? I don't see anywhere in here that's justified. Now, that being said, I did go back into the MLS and I did look at the sold comps. I pulled up comps in the MLS to confirm the ones that I saw on Zillow. I didn't see anything that was actually missed in my MLS system that was not showing on Zillow. So my cross-referencing showed the exact number of homes exactly the same as far as sold. 1.95 in the next neighborhood over was the most expensive home that was sold in the last 12 months. This doesn't make sense. That market is ripping you off. I actually will too, and I'm sure realtors hate me for this. I'll go in here and I'll read all of their comments and where the justification is. Sometimes when they feel like they need to justify it, they will put in here low to mid $2 million range. Well, we didn't see any of that anywhere. So where are you getting your information? I email these people. Here's the other caveat. When you're reading these and read back into the private remarks, go through this and see if there's any contingencies upon what the price is as is. Meaning, sale of lot contingent upon buyer building with Flatiron Development and Custom Homes. Sorry for blasting you guys. I appreciate anyone making profit. Go for it. If someone's ready to go and this makes sense to everybody, bank's going to go, whatever, however they're going to pay for it, and you can do this, more power to you. That being said, you guys bought it for 3.25. Right? So that's including the cost of the lot. This is what they're saying. They're trying to push the market. The cost of the lot plus the build cost, they're saying low to mid twos. How is that going to appraise? How is that going to comp out? It's not right now. They're pushing the top of the market. So as a buyer coming in and spending that much money, they could very possibly, even as crazy as this sounds, in a market like this, be upside down the moment they move in. You got to be careful with this stuff. Why are they trying to flip this to a $275,000 profit? That's the $275K is a lot premium the builder's trying to make on top of them building the home for you. Okay, so here's the second one we're looking at right now. This address here is in the same town. It's in a different neighborhood. It's near Old Town, which is a growing area. It's becoming very, very popular. It's becoming expensive. It's crazy to watch all of these neighborhoods that I've known for so many years transition so quickly all of a sudden. So original list price on this one was $300K. The current list price is $275. And again, days on MLS is 74. That's less than the other lot we just looked at. But again, I want to see the full history. How many times has it been refreshed, if any, right? So we go back in here and we look at all of the basically effective dates where they had any sort of transition happen and title change. 2018 was the last time, $120,000. Then they listed it then they listed it August 9th of 2021 as a price decrease from $300K to $275. The new listing was set on June 17th of this year for $300,000. They did an adjustment almost 2 months later, and the reason being the same problem. They're grossly overpriced. Part of the problem I'm seeing is you're getting maybe less experienced real estate agents and brokers listing lots, and they're not as familiar pricing raw land or improved land without a house on it as they are simply just listing a current home or a new home. because they don't have a real idea of what build costs are. Now, again, like in my other videos I've been talking about a lot, I've got a whole different strategy that's moving forward as far as alternative construction and other ways to build that are going to kind of change my cost drastically, cut it in half to a third. We'll see what happens. But as far as what we were doing so far, I can drastically drop my cost to build, which allows me the ability to look at more of these lots that are overpriced and still try and negotiate it, but at the same time know I can build a home that's still affordably priced for the market, and I won't have to push the market, or I won't have to say I have to walk away from this lot because it's costing me too much. That doesn't matter. We're going stick-built construction right now, and that's the only thing that most of these brokers and agents know. So at $275, same deal as I did on the last one. I looked at that. I said, that doesn't make any sense to me. How can that be? I went to Zillow, just so you guys can see, and it's got the same listing on it. Okay, here's all the pictures. So you just close this out. Now you can see the same thing in here. And again, these are current properties that have sold. And this is pulled back, I believe, 6 months now. So in the last 6 months, this is what has sold anywhere in this neighborhood. Our lot is currently on this street right here. Okay, sold. We're looking at mid threes. These are homes. All right. Now I've got stuff that's close to 6. Okay. This is a decent comp, but it's a little bit further away now. It's a 2,000 square foot home, 3-bed, 3-bath that just sold, which is great, on August 23rd. Okay. This is my best comp to look at. Now, compared to the other lot, there's a little more justification for this price, but as soon as you look at what build cost is going to be, and just so you guys know as a reference, my bottom end, and this is a pretty good average because I always check my prices compared to the average, and like the median price of cost to build across the front range here is $250 a foot. That's just to build the home. That's not infrastructure costs. I'm talking tap fees, utilities. That's not soft costs like architectural engineering, permit fees, anything else, soils reports, surveys. All of that stuff is not included in that $250 cost. This is a minimum cost, by the way, so keep that in mind. I'm probably closer to $295 to $300 a foot all day long. Do that cost on 2,000 feet, $300 a foot. It's a $600,000 cost to build. I'm not seeing anything over that. Where's my profit built in here? It doesn't make sense. If I was to build it for a client, that cost to build price could even go further up, especially depending on what they're trying to do. And I've got to have a fee in there. They got to pay me to build it as opposed to me just building it and taking my profit. There's no justification for these prices anywhere. And I'm going a long ways away to find something else. Like, we're across this main intersection here. None of these would even, they wouldn't even use these as comps to begin with. And I'm still mid sixes is the best I can do. So this lot's they were overpriced at $300. They're still overpriced at $275. Again, this is the market indirectly, and misunderstanding wise, it's pricing you out. So this is the price to rip you off. Okay, this is the stuff you have to do. And again, I'm showing you this on Zillow. Obviously, I'm showing my MLS listing too. I can pull in the MLS, and there's obviously more advantages to being a realtor in this case, which is why I keep telling you guys to go out and get your license. But I still go out and check Zillow prices against MLS because I have that ability to make sure I haven't missed anything. And again, I didn't see anything that was out of the ordinary. I didn't see anything that was missed on Zillow compared to what was in here on my sold comps in the last 6 months. This $275 list price is overpriced. For me as a builder, or for anyone just looking to go buy a lot, this is overpriced. They're going to be upside down once they bring a builder in and pay someone like me to build it for them. It won't comp. So they're going to be upside down the house. And it's crazy to say that in a market like this. There is a correction coming. I think it's coming before the end of the year. Okay? Keep that in mind. Pay attention to it. Watch these prices. Watch the time on market, most importantly, because I'm starting to track things dragging out more and more. And some of this stuff, because days on market includes anything that goes under contract and then falls out of contract or out of escrow and goes back to market, those days continue to run. So let's say it goes under contract in 20 days, it goes through due diligence period, they get right to where the money will go hard or go to escrow, which means deadlines are approaching, inspections, appraisals, so forth. The buyer pulls out, that has to go back to market, so that gets relisted or goes back to active status on the market at however many days it's been. So let's just say it's been 20 days and it's been 15 under contract. Now we're back on market. The clock continues to run. Okay. That I'm seeing more and more of that. I'm seeing things fall out of escrow and out of contract way more than I did even a year ago. These are signs of watching a market starting to correct itself. When there's no demand here again, because people like me aren't going to buy these lots at those prices, and if they're not willing to negotiate and they're willing to stand their ground for 75, 100 days or more, these, as you see on this one even, where they dropped the price already and within not even 2 months, these things are going to start making changes in the market. Okay, keep that in mind. Hopefully that long-winded explanation of just a couple examples will show you how the market is starting to really rip us off and how this is going to dictate a slow in demand overall and start pushing the correction in this real estate market. Hopefully that all made sense. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumb on the way out if you liked the video. If I can ask you one more time, make sure you subscribe. Let's grow this channel. I want to help everybody out. I enjoy making these. I enjoy educating. I enjoy sharing information. So don't forget to hit that on the way out. Hit the thumb, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, and most importantly, keep building. Catch you guys next time.